We have a list, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'm
Not
wearing
just
specs.
any list. You got your specs too. Well, I don't wear mine because look, see, if I do it and
Yeah.
this happens, and my boy Tez told me a while back, stop wearing your glasses when you pod because we could see all the stuff going on in your glasses and all the light.
All of the lights.
Said it's distracting, and I don't want to distract people.
I can
So I
understand.
try not to wear the specs. I should have my contacts on, but that's a time another topic for another time.
Gotcha.
Now,
Okay.
the Oscar nominees are out, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
The full list is out, and I have it here.
Okay. Who
So
we
let's
got?
start. Should I read all of them or just the ones we care about?
Just the ones we care about.
All right, Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot of nominations for Best Picture.
Yeah.
American Fiction,
Woo.
Anatomy of a Fall,
I didn't see that one.
Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, The Zone of Interest.
I have seen most of those films.
Same. I
Good for
have not
me.
seen, well, I guess I saw half. Yeah, I seen half. Half. Best Actor,
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Cooper for Maestro,
Okay.
Coleman Domingo for Rustin,
I
Paul
really want to see that.
Giamatti for The Holdovers, Cillian
Mm-hmm.
Murphy for Oppenheimer, Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction.
Okay.
Best Actress. Somebody told me I say this name wrong. I don't want to mess it up now. Annette,
Annette Bening.
there you go.
How do you normally say it?
Wrong. I normally say it wrong.
Oh,
And I
okay.
don't want to say it wrong. So, Annette Bening for Naiad. Never heard of
Mm-hmm.
that. Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon. Sandra Hiller. Oh, Hewler. Anatomy of a Fall. Carrie Mulligan, Maestro. Emma Stone, Poor Things. Somebody's missing, but we'll get back to that.
Ooh, we gotta talk about that.
We'll get back to that. I don't know what's just going on, but we'll get back to that.
I actually just stumbled upon an Instagram post where somebody was like, "We were snubbed," and I was like, "Ooh, okay." But
Yes, yes, they were.
yes.
We'll get back to it. Best Supporting Actor: Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction, Robert
Yes.
De Niro for Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling for Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things. Best Supporting Actress: Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, America Ferrera for Barbie, Jodie Foster for Naiad, Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. Best Director:
Mhm.
Jonathan Glazer for The Zone of Interest. Man, I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name, but Poor Things. Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon, Justine Triet for Anatomy of a Fall. What else we care about? There's animated feature film, adapted screenplay, visual effects, original score, original song,
I mean, I feel
documentary
like.
feature.
Oh,
The
sorry.
big ones are done, right?
The big ones are done. I feel like if we need to cover those after there are winners, then we can talk about those another day.
Yeah,
But
I'm
the
with you on
big
that.
ones, the big ones are out there. I'm excited about. I'm excited about American Fiction getting some of those Oscar nods. That was a good film. I know we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
We
Um,
will.
you want to
But
just
what you
get
think
into?
about this Oscar nomination list? I can take the specs off now.
I think it's a solid list. I mean, there were some good films that came out this past year.
Okay.
Um, of course, Barbie and Oppenheimer are sweeping everything.
Barbenheimer,
Yeah, Barbenheimer is
right?
king, right? Because I mean, the numbers they did in the box office, and I wouldn't expect anything different. The only confusion I have is, and I think we just get into it, is how did Ryan Gosling get nominated
And America Ferrera.
and America Ferrera, but Margot Robbie did not get nominated for Best Actress? I'm a little confused. And I'm not even saying like that's my favorite performance out of the ones that are listed,
Right.
but how? Like, how does one of the biggest films of the year, one of the most nominated films of the year, how does the main role in the movie not get nominated? How does that happen?
Right.
Like, did somebody accidentally not put her name there or something? Like, when they read the nominations, was it
Right.
wrong that they picked the wrong envelope? Like, what happened?
I
This
don't
is
know.
wild.
Yeah.
And her performance was better than Ryan Gosling's. So I
I'm
think
just
that's
I'm
why,
just Ken.
right. I think that's why I'm saying it the way I'm saying it, because I'm like, if
I
if
know.
if they were able to nominate him, then why didn't they nominate her?
That's the question. That's the question. Question that needs answers.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna come at it
Or
from a different
or
angle.
as someone I like to listen to in the podcast world says, questions that niggas is asking.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly. That's
Shout
Van.
out to Dustin Ross for that one. I
Oh,
gotta give him
I would
credit
have
for
never guessed
that.
that's who it
In
was. I thought it
friend
was
zone.
Van.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yes.
That's cool. That's a good one. Yes, that is true. Well, I'm gonna come at it a little different here. I'm
Okay,
gonna pander just a little bit.
do it.
But truly I would like to know what's going on with the sexism here. Because is it purposeful? Listen, I gotta ask the questions here. Who better than a man to question these type of
Please,
misogynistic things?
please ask the hard hitting questions.
So I would like to know, how is it possible
Hmm.
that Ryan Gosling gets nominated for Best Supporting Actor, which he's gonna lose, but we'll get back to that anyway. But how is it possible that he's nominated for Best Supporting Actor when the actress who bodied it, who was Barbie herself, the star of the role, and someone who made decisions in the film, is not nominated at all?
It's
Huh?
just weird. Like,
But
it's
how?
strange.
How? What
It
the?
don't even
What the?
make sense.
It's
It does
real.
not
It's
make
real
sense.
weird to me. It's real weird, and I think it's a little sexist. I got to be honest.
It's
In
looking that
fact,
way.
I think, and now I'm wilding out with this take, so maybe they'll kill me for this, and that's fine. But
Hmm.
I think that is why America Ferrera is there as Best Supporting Actress. Not because she did a great job or a bad job. I think because they needed a diversity pick, and they could say, hey, but we recognize Barbie in multiple categories. You know, that's
Yeah,
that.
but I could see if they didn't give them best costume design over some. You know what I mean? Like, if they just
Yeah.
didn't include them in a category like that. But best actress in a film, like, you can't. I don't know, and
Not a
I would
billion
have to.
dollar film, the only billion
Right.
dollar film of the year, probably, don't
I would
get
have.
Best Actress.
Yeah, I would have to go back and look at previous years to see like how often that happens where best actor or best actress don't the person is not nominated for something that's up for best film.
Right.
I don't know how often that happens. I feel like it doesn't typically happen that way. That's why I was floored. When I found out, I was like, wait, but did they make a mistake?
Right.
Somebody needs to retract. A write-in ballot or
Right.
something. Because
No, I think they dropped the ball, and I think it's really weird that Ryan Gosling is getting a nod at Best Supporting Actor. I mean, don't get me wrong; they both did a great job. I think that the Barbie film was great. I've watched it. I'd watch it again. I said that before. But to not nominate Margot Robbie, something's wrong here. And to purposefully nominate Ryan Gosling, I think that speaks volumes. I think that says, F this movie that tried to push up women and bring down men, we're going to purposefully, well, I keep saying purposefully, we're going to purposely, not purposefully, purposely nominate the man and not the woman. That's what I think. That's my hot take.
And Ryan
Sexism.
Gosling could go right back into his Mojo Dojo Casa house for all I care because
I think everybody
I
involved in
don't
Barbie did a good job. I
listen.
don't, but
I'm just saying I don't like the way. It's not his fault. I'm not blaming him. All I'm saying is it isn't
you don't
right.
think he was enough?
No, I don't.
Nah, he was good. He did his thing.
He was good. I'm not. I think, like you said, I think everybody involved did what they came to do. Right. I don't think there's a dispute about whether people did what they should or should not have done.
Yeah, I'm listening. I
But
got an idea. I had a thought. Continue.
but what I what I'm concerned about is, was it too many? Was it too many nominations? Like, what was
But wait
it?
a minute.
Because if it
Wait a
was, I
minute.
would have
Wait a minute.
knocked Ryan Gosling off of it, and I would have added Margot Robbie.
What's
Where's
really
somebody
weird
else?
too? What's really weird too is
Mhm.
Barbie's not nominated for Best Director.
Really? So
I just looked at it
Greta
again.
Gerwig is not. I think it's Greta Gerwig. That's
No, the five movies are The Zone of Interest, Poor Things, that's two, Oppenheimer, three, Killers of the Flower Moon, four, and five, The Anatomy of a Fall. Barbie
that's
is
def-
not nominated.
This is definitely the patriarchy.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
I think this is patriarchy getting their revenge.
yeah,
I think they said, hey, you and your women, you and your Little Women movie, take your pink and get out of the Oscars.
yeah,
We'll give you some random thing. You'll get an award. You'll get an award, but it's gonna be like probably not Ryan Gosling either because the best supporting actor category is crazy. But probably America Ferrera is gonna win best supporting actress. Watch. Just so they can have the diversity pick and say, hey, we gave it to a Spanish person, we gave it to a Latina.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I think.
I believe that.
I think they said you want to poke fun at patriarchy? Okay. We got something for you.
We gonna show you.
We're gonna
Patriarchy
show you how much is
is fine.
enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? You know?
Stop watching the Oscars.
Do you watch the Oscars?
I'm saying the populace, not me personally. I don't
Oh,
watch any awards.
that's why I'm like,
I mean,
but
since we've been potting, I've watched pieces of awards or I've watched an entire award show here or there, but it's
mhm.
for the pod. It's for the show. It's for our listeners and viewers who we appreciate so much, each and every one of you.
And you and you and you and you and you.
Right. But
Yeah.
besides that, I don't have any interest in it. I mean, listen, I already said the other day, right on this platform, that
Mm.
I am a hypocrite when it comes to these things. I don't really care about them until one of the people I'm a fan of wins, and I'm like, oh,
Hey,
oh.
Oppenheimer!
Right, exactly.
Christopher
Exactly. Exactly. That part, as the kids say.
Nolan! Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So, but that's my answer though. I think the answer is boycotting. I think the answer is taking the power away from these power structures and systems. That's the answer a lot of times. The answer is not what do we do differently? How do we promote change? Boycott. Take it away. Take away the power they think they have and let them realize that the power is really in the people, not these structures and systems. And then change will come.
yeah. I also think that's why things like the SAG Awards are so important to actors and writers, and because it focuses more on the work and the creative aspect of it, and less on the popularity contest of it all,
And the
right?
politics of it all, right?
Yeah. So I'm glad that they at least have, you know, things like that where, they can be among their peers. I said this the other day, but they can be among their peers and like really celebrate the work that they've done. But real shady. Like they that's some shady stuff.
I agree.
But I'm gonna say this because just to move away from Barbie and Oppenheimer, because I feel like we've talked about Barbie and Oppenheimer a lot, just
Yes.
in general.
It's
Um,
hard not to, but I agree.
you're right. American Fiction, I liked American Fiction, and SKB, Sterling K. Brown, is nominated.
Yes,
Jeffrey
he is.
Wright is nominated.
They probably
That's
need
exciting.
neither one of them are probably going to win though, to be honest.
Oh, I want it for SKB.
Well, we'll review the movie in just a minute, but I'll go over the best supporting actor category one more time. I don't think he's going
Okay.
to get it. I mean, first of all, Oppenheimer.
Hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. is probably taking that.
Yeah.
But I'll go over the list one more time. Best supporting actor, you got Sterling K. Brown, Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr., Ryan
Hmm.
Gosling, and Mark Ruffalo. I don't think SKB is going to get it this time. I mean, it would be nice, but honestly, you saw Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I did.
Robert Downey
I
Jr. put his foot in that role's
yeah,
ass. He was
I
like, "Oh,
understand.
y'all thought, hold on, y'all thought I was just Iron Man? Y'all
Right.
think all I could do is Iron Man and Doctor Doolittle? Let me show y'all some of my acting chops."
Yeah. No, he did his thing. He did. But I guess, you know, I like
You can
Sterling
say
K.
it.
Brown.
You can
What?
say it. You want us to win too.
Of course. Of course. I love
It's
to
tough this
see
season though,
it is. I love to see
especially. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I love to see black people, you know, our favorite black creators get nominated for, all of the things. I love
Right.
that. I think that's just it's just reaffirming, you know, in a lot of different ways actually, but it like to have a seat at the table and to like, experience that through them I is nice for me. So, I love that Sterling K.
No, I
Brown
dig that.
is nominated. Jeffrey Wright is nominated. Danielle Brooks is nominated.
Yep.
Is Divine from The Holdovers. She did do a
Yeah.
great job in that role. I think she,
Absolutely.
I think she made an otherwise boring, more interesting. I mean, listen, it was funny, but I don't think it was as incredible as it's
Critics
been.
seem to think it is.
Critics love The Holdovers. And again, I don't think it was a bad film. It was just to me like it was kind of a sleepy film.
Yeah.
But you know, it was fine.
Yeah.
She did a good job in it.
I agree. What I was going to say is the other thing that makes it hard is it is very clear that the movie Poor Things is a film industry favorite already because that film just came out at the end of 2022, 2023,
Yeah.
and it is already being nominated for many, many, many awards.
Mhm.
That film only been out like a month,
I gotta
right?
see it. I really don't even know what it's about.
I told you it's like the Frankenstein remix.
Oh, right, you did say that. I just feel like I'm one of those people who go and watch the Oscar movies before the Oscars. So I'm like,
Gotcha.
oh, I gotta see that now, because I hate tuning into these award shows. And yes, I do tune in because I podcast about pop culture here and over there. So
Right.
I typically do try to catch it if I can, or at least the highlights. But I like to know what because you're right. Like this is a new film, Poor Things, that just came out. But there's a lot of times where
I want to find the
you'll be
release date
watching,
while you talk.
yeah, you'll be watching the Oscars or the Golden Globes, and you'll be like, but what is that?
Right.
And it'll win all the awards, and you're like, but where did this come from? Who saw this?
Right.
So, so I
Yeah.
like to
See,
be
look,
prepared.
Poor Things came out December 8th, 2023.
Well, it made the cutoff.
And that's what I'm saying. But the fact that it's nominated for so many things tells you
Hmm.
that they really like this movie. It may be the movie that upsets some categories.
Yeah, yeah, it probably will. It'll
Yeah.
be really interesting to see what happens with that best film category.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not, I'm not really excited about the best actress category at this point because I just kind of feel like what did they do there? But like I
Yeah. It seemed
said,
like they dropped the ball.
yeah,
And
um,
maybe that was just to make it easier for Emma Stone to win
maybe,
for Poor Things.
maybe.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on the Oscar noms, or are you ready to move on?
No, let's talk about American Fiction.